Okay, y'all, so we're gonna be real open about this video today, right? For one, it's time to do my nighttime routine, and I figured while I do my nighttime routine, I was gonna talk with y'all, right? Don't mind me, I'm just getting my face wet a little bit. Okay, for one, you deserve to accept me and all of this. This is what I look like 98% of the time, okay? Hoodie, leggings, no makeup on, no bra on, chilling, doing what I do. Putting this on. But first of all, hi blubirds. I don't think I actually said hi to y'all. That was kind of rude. But I figured while I was here recording, may as well do a little talk with y'all. A little talk. I have not seen y'all in a very long time. I'm always making a video, then I disappear for months at a time. I gotta break out of that habit. I definitely gotta break out of that cycle. But allow me to explain why. So, those of my personal life know, but for my followers, YouTube fam, TikTok fam, Twitter fam, wherever you come from to happen to see my content, the past beginning of this year has been extremely rough for me. Like when I say stupid rough, I mean stupid rough. So, you know, New Year's was fine. New Year's was amazing. Actually, no, let me take it back a little bit further. Okay, before New Year's, this was still in December 2022. Life was a little bit of a doozy, but it wasn't that much of a doozy. I was still trying to figure out things in my personal life, within like relationships and stuff like that, and things just were not going my way. So I came to the conclusion that I just need to be by myself and get back with God and figure my life out, because right now this is not working for me. Nothing I do is working. Everything was literally falling apart at the seams, no matter how hard I tried. And I've come to the conclusion, a lot of the times we're really trying to hold on to stuff that God has torn apart for a reason. It's a reason this won't be mended no matter how hard you try. It's a reason you can't get back connected with this person how hard you try. Be it work relationships, personal relationships, family, friends, whatever the case. So there was that. While I'm letting this sit for a minute, you guys are gonna come with me. Forgive me if it's dark. It's just trying to adjust for a second. Okay, so I was sitting there dealing with that. I've been on a healing journey. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the whole shish kebab, the whole kit and caboodle. So this was happening around, I want to say, this has been happening all of 2022, but it really started to take a toll around October for me last year. And I'm going to try not to get emotional right here at this part, because this part is very sad. But as you guys know, December 13th of 2014, if you guys don't know, I'll make a story time about it, a video, personal video. But December 14th of 2014, I lost my mom. So holiday time is always very rough for me. It's very hard for me. No matter how many years go by, it's always hard. So this year, December 13th of 2022, last year, not that long ago, on December 13th of 2022, I was off work and I was sleeping in. It was my day off, sleeping in, and I got a frantic phone call from my brother's girlfriend, 10:45 in the morning to be exact, and 24 hours before 24 hours before the anniversary of my mom's passing, I lost my big brother. So, of course, naturally, I wasn't in the mood to do content. I wasn't in the mood to make videos. I lost my brother, my blood brother, not somebody I just call brother, like my legit blood brother. 24 hours before the anniversary of my mom's passing. To this day, I have no idea what happened. That's a whole story within itself why I don't really know. It's a really complicated story between my mother and his father. We don't share the same fathers. That's a whole story within a story, but what was told to me from his girlfriend calling frantic on the phone was he was in a group center for housing. It was a housing facility looking for housing. This is some program in DC. And I have no problem being transparent. So anybody who's going to judge me for it, get off of my video. I have no problem being transparent. This is my story to tell. Had to throw that disclaimer out there. And what was told to me was his roommate was trying to get into the room or something like that. So something along that effect. And he couldn't get in the bathroom. And my brother was found on the floor, unconscious, devoid of breath. So I don't know whether it was of natural causes or if it was something that he did to himself, because the information was not told to me because his father just chose not to tell me. I still don't know. In my heart of hearts, I don't honestly believe he did anything to himself. Like, in my gut feeling, I really feel like it was just natural causes. And unfortunately, he just happened to be in the restroom when his heart gave out. So, like I said, I just wasn't in the mood to do content after that, of course, naturally. I just lost my brother. That was my rock. He was our history. It's another story time for another day. It wasn't complicated, but it was it's not the conventional, typical brother-sister stories like you would think. Further on down the line, when my heart can talk about it without getting emotional, I'll discuss it. But that was my best friend, which leads me to another portion. So I started to get back in the mood to want to do content again because my brother always told me, do what you love to do. Don't let nobody stop you. So I was always thinking about him in the back of my mind when I would do this stuff. So let's say January. Yep, January. So January rolls around. It's the new year. Finally getting back into the mood of wanting to do content again, right? Everything is going fine. I'm still going through healing, the whole kit and caboodle, the whole process. Why won't you sit up? Okay, there we go. Going through the whole kit and caboodle, the process, all of that. And I had a really close friend of mine that I used to always talk to, right? We met some years back. I want to say like 2016, 2017, somewhere around that way. So, really close friend of mine. Used to talk to him. He was a very talented man. All of that. So, we were supposed to link up one day, right? Didn't link up. No biggie. Always on the move, right? Always on the go. So about 3 days goes past. I'm headed to work. Actually, I can let this sit for like a few more minutes. 1 or 2 more minutes. So, a few days goes past. Still hadn't heard from him. I was on my way to work, ironically, and I went to check his Insta, see where he had been, because I hadn't heard from him in a second, right? Lost my friend. Car accident. Yep. So the first half of this year has not been good to me. I'm not going to say it hasn't been good to me, but emotionally, it has been extremely rough. I lost 2 people that I cared about within weeks of each other. That's a lot for your mind and your body and your spirit to take on. That's a lot. That is a lot. So again, lost the mood to want to create content, do content. Been having a little bit of creator's block anyway, even though I haven't been doing this YouTube thing long, but it's been rough. And then personal things going on between trying to figure my life out, trying to figure out this whole single life situation. Like, I've been single now for about a good 8 months, 9 months. And let me just say, I am a mushy person. I love love. I am a hopeless romantic. I do not care. However, the dating pool is some shit. The dating pool is shit. I mean high shit. So, I've just been a wreck. A whole mental and emotional wreck lately. So that's why I've kind of been off the radar since the New Year's vlog. Well, not kind of. That's been the reason why I've been off the radar since the New Year's vlog. It took me mustering up energy and praying just to even do that. I'm not even going to hold you. New Year's, I didn't want to do anything. I really didn't. Because it wasn't that long after I lost my brother. Like I said, my brother passed December 13th. Christmas was literally, right around the corner. New Year's was right around that. I was not in anybody's festive mood. I'm never in the festive mood, for real, ever since my mom passed. But this year that just passed, I really wasn't in the festive mood. Like, not at all. But I got through it. I actually enjoyed myself. I thank God every day for the friends that I have, because they pulled me through. They really did. They pulled me through. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know where my mental would be. I always say it's important to have a strong emotional support system. I always say that to the fullest. It's always important. Make sure it's genuine people. So, and then while I'm on this emotional cathartic video diary, I guess that's what I could call it. Again, this dating scene is some shit. Like, when I say shiitake mushrooms, I mean shiitake mushrooms raw, not even cooked. Straight tallynackle, kerfluffle, shadoinkonism. Just a mess. Just a mess. Just a hot mess. I hate having to do this. This is so ghetto. But yeah, so with that being said, that didn't work out how I wanted it to do it. Come on out. Come on out. So with that being said, part of doing healing with yourself, be it whatever way that you want to do it, is part of tongue time. Part of healing journey is taking accountability for things done, be it past, present, take accountability, and you realize things about yourself. And when you finally take a moment to yourself and actually think and reevaluate and pay attention, it's amazing how closed off our brains are when we're so caught up in the world, if that makes sense. Like when we're so caught up in the world, when you finally get a chance to sit down and start talking to God and all of that, it's amazing how much you realize that you put up with, that you had no effing business putting up with. It's amazing. It is amazing. And sadly, I had an epiphany. Well, it's not sad, but wasn't the greatest epiphany in the world. Wasn't the greatest epiphany in the world. But I had the epiphany that I'm not going to blame all men. Because they ain't all men. And I hate when people put that category and categorize everybody into one, like, oh my God, it froze? What the hell? What the entire hell? Lord. Well, I got another one in the room. I'll come back to it. Sorry, y'all. I get really distracted easy. Y'all haven't realized that by now? Look. It don't take nothing for me to get distracted. Where was I at, though? Oh, the epiphany I had. That's right. So, I've had a really jacked up evaluation that it seems like I'm not really liked or admired. It feels like I'm just being lusted over. And as a woman, ow, who does not pride herself on her looks and her beauty, that's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. So let me break it down for anybody that's probably confused as to what I'm saying. So I've been single since June of last year, right? The relationship wasn't bad, but it wasn't all the way good either. And at a certain point in my life, I realized that I had to put me first. And there were things that I wanted to happen in the relationship that weren't happening. Had nothing to do with material stuff like that. I mean, like on the emotional level, the maturity, like there were things that were happening that should have happened that weren't happening. I was ready to elevate and progress, and it seemed like my significant other at the time didn't want to. So I had to just put myself first, and I had to just call the relationship off. As much as it broke my heart, I had to do it. Of course, I didn't want to do it, but when you know sometimes that something is just not sitting right with you, and you need to, when you're truly sick and tired, you're going to do what you need to do to fix your situation. And the only way I could fix myself was if I had to remove myself. I wasn't happy. I was losing weight, gaining weight. I wasn't sleeping right, wasn't eating right. It was so much that took place off and on throughout them years. And one day I just woke up. It was just like, this is not working for me anymore. This isn't working for me. So if God ever allows for us to reconnect again in the future, who's to say? Who knows? But for right now, it's just not it. So I have nothing against him. I have no hate for him. I'll always have a soft spot for him. I spent literally all of my 20s with him. Just about. Got with him when I was 21, ended the relationship when I was getting ready to turn 28. So I was 27. So yeah, I damn near spent almost 10 years with this man. So yeah, I'm going to always hold a soft spot for him. Always. That'll never change. Never change. I love him to pieces still, but what I wanted out of life, it just felt like he just wasn't ready for. So I hated to do it. But when you really need to change and a shake up and you really need to better, you do what you need to do, even if that means some people's feelings have to get hurt in the process. I'm not saying do something stupid or do something selfish because people like to take that out of context. But if you have maturity and you understand what I'm saying when I'm saying that. So, but I digress. So since I've been single, I have not been dating. Not really. Not saying that I'm holding myself out, holding out for hope for maybe me and my ex to one day reconnect, but I need to do some serious soul healing and soul searching and mending broken bonds and traumas that I've had. And not all of them have anything to do with him. Some come from personal battles I've had in life. Some of them come from childhood things that's happened in life. So in this time frame, this 7, 8 months, 9 months that I've been single, I've literally been doing me, searching, healing, reevaluating, getting to know myself again, loving myself again. But in this due time that I have been doing that, of course, I'm young, still young. I'm still going to have fun here and there. And, I don't know if these men are stuck on stupid or if they just don't want to be grown. I have no idea what the hell the problem is. I really don't. So, yeah, because these ninjas is crazy. Case in point. Again, transparency moment because I have no problem being transparent. Case in point. Okay, so I was talking to this one dude probably not long after me and my ex had separated. Maybe not that long after, probably a month or two later. Now, granted, that was dumb on my part because my heart and emotions were still tied to the ex wholeheartedly. In my heart of hearts, now that it's been some time, I really feel like it was a rebound thing. I really wasn't that interested in him, but because he was the nicest thing after the fact, you know, you fall for anything quick when your heart broke. The women know you. Hey y'all, would you believe that my storage thing got full? I had to sit there and delete some stuff so I could do this again. So where I leave off, yeah. So you fall for anything when you just got out of a heartbreak. So he was saying all the right things, all the things that I hadn't heard or never heard, just basically feeding me sweet nothings in my ear. Do y'all know he went Casper the friendly, not so friendly ghost on me? Like when I say disappeared, like he went poof, poof, pow, be gone. Hadn't heard from him, and that was like in July when we started talking. And then after August the 1st, I had not heard from him. It's February of 2023. I ain't heard not of this damn thing, and I don't intend to hear nothing. For one, you don't play with a woman's emotions. You don't play with men's emotions either, but I'm really big on not playing with people's hearts and people's emotions. So ever since that situation, I just been off the radar. And it seems like every man that ever tried to come in contact with me, it's like God gives you discernment like a mother sucker when it's not for you. Discernment like a mother sucker. Because any man that's even tried to remotely try to approach me, it's like he be leaving up windshields like, leave him alone. He gonna waste your time. So you know what? I listen to all of it. And it seems like every man that has come in contact with me, or at least has tried to come in contact with me, it's like I could pick up on it. It's not that I'm even liked or admired. It's like I'm lusted over. And like I said, being a woman who does not pride herself on her body, Like, I'm worth more than my butt. I'm worth more than my tits, my hips, my lips, everything. Like, I'm not always going to look like this. I want you to love me and like me for me, not because of what I look like. And the fact that you can call men out on that bullshit and they get upset tickles me. So for right now, until God give me that ding ding, that green light to go ahead with somebody, I'm to myself. So in a nutshell, this whole last 9 months has been a roller coaster, to say the least. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Healing trauma. Oh boy, like just accepting that I keep my guard up out of defense. And it's something I realized that I've been doing since I was a child, actually. I've been so used to people getting my hopes up and giving me empty promises, and then they let me down. So it's a defense thing now where it's like half the time I don't even get my hopes caught up. And to people who know me in my personal life, it seems like I'm always just walking around with the negative demeanor or no faith in nobody, as my ex as he liked to word it. And I have really had to sit there and have a talk with God and just open myself up to be vulnerable enough to admit that it's not that I don't have no faith. It's trauma, and I have to work through that. I'm just so used to being let down, and that's not a good thing, to be used to something negative. It's my last time doing this because I don't want it to cut off on me again, so I'm gonna be real quick. So needless to say, overall, it's not good to be accustomed to something negative. I've been working on my trauma, my healing, just everything in general. So I'm going to leave this video with this. Take time to get to know yourself again and love you. Nobody's going to love you like you do, and you are not going to be no good to anybody else if you're not good to yourself. Can't love nobody else unconditionally if you don't love yourself unconditionally. So however long that may be for me to walk this path and get back closer to God till he's where I need to be and find my knight and shining armor and just be content with myself overall, that's just how long it's going to take. But for right now, I'm going to do me. I'm going to continue to live life. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to make memories, continue to walk with God, and just see where the path takes me. But that's all I wanted to say for now. I'm going to give you guys some more content, but I just wanted to give you guys a little quick update on what's going on with me. So you shall see me again very soon. I love all you guys. Prayers and peace and blessings. And I'll talk to y'all next time, okay? Bye. Mwah.